Hello everyone and welcome back to Nate the Hoof Guy. Recently I got a text from one of my farmers and said I need you to get out here as soon as you can. I've got a cow favoring a left front foot. And he was not joking. So let's get this started, get her all sorted out. Now this particular farm has a small grazing herd. Based on the symptoms, I'm guessing it's either something stuck in that sole or an abscess, and based on this sole, I'm going to say that problem is going to be right here, and it's going to be the latter. Now, being that this is a grazing herd, you're going to notice a couple of different things here. Number one, there's not a lot of hoof horn to remove with my grinder because these feet tend to shed naturally. The other thing you're going to notice is that they're much harder. Being drier, there's going to be less moisture in that hoof. Hence, we're going to have a much harder hoof. And there we go. Confirmation of that suspicion. We've got an abscess underneath that sole. Now throughout this trim, I'll switch back and forth between my knife and my grinder. As I mentioned earlier, these hooves are much drier, hence they're harder. That grinder makes that hoof horn a little bit easier to get through when I can thin it down. Key to working on these when this hoof horn is a lot harder is making sure that you thin those margins down around that so you are able to lift that horn away as you make these cuts. The only way you can do that is to get that horn really thinned down. Because it's hard, because that sole is much drier, there's not as much flex in that, so you have to get it thinner to make those cuts more precisely. Standard operating procedure here. We're going to apply a block, then we're going to thin down those margins a little bit more, spray that area thoroughly with some chlorhexidine, and give her a salicylic acid wrap.